Have to pee on the side of the toilet bowl instead of in the water, not just to stay quiet. I don't want everyone knowing that my piss stream sounds weird. Sounds weird? Why?
What are you, a camel?
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead, look it up. Thanks so much. We're back in it with some 4chan green texts today. I love them. They're short, they're easy, they're deranged. Let's not delay and get on into it. My parents got divorced when I was little, and a couple of months, my dad comes back to my city to hang with me, but every visit goes like this. Dad shows up. Dad asks if he can move all my shitty games. He plugs in his SNES, only plays Chrono Trigger. Tells me it's the only good game ever made, and no one else knows how to make good games. He replays this whole freaking game at least like 3 times a year. Yeah, that's some dedication. We go to gamble and drink, and he almost never talks about the game because, in his words, quote, talking to games to other guys is totally gay. Is he just that stupid, or is he truly enlightened? You are the son of a neckbeard, OP. Does every child of divorce end up on 4chan? I guess so. Another Anon replies with the Chad picture and says, Chrono Trigger's the only good game ever made. That's objectively untrue. There's thousands of good games. But beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and I guess Neckbeard Dad found his match early on or something. Moving on, be me, 14, Christmas Eve. Oh, it's almost timely. My dad has a tradition of reading Christmas children's bedtime stories. Dad asks if I want him to read Kipper's Christmas Eve. Say no. He walks off without a word. Aw, I guess because you're 14, you know, the hormones are a hell of a thing. I immediately feel bad, and I say, but you can read me the one about the bear who stays up on Christmas. Lie in bed and listen to my dad tell the story. He leaves with a smile on his face. Feels good to be loved. Aw, so wholesome. I love telling bedtime stories to my kid. The 5-year-old, he requests Pinocchio every single night. I have a very specific Pinocchio, and if I change parts, he calls me out on it. I'm like, dude, I don't remember. After a year, you think I would, but sometimes I skip parts because I'm tired or I got something else to do. He's like, no, he has to go to the puppet show. I'm like, all right, fine, let's go to the fucking puppet show. Christmas story time. Yeah, I like this. Be me at 23. College, parents divorced. Invite mom to come visit since she's gonna be alone otherwise. Oof, dad was out of the country, Thailand. She arrives and we watch a movie, and then she asks what I play on my game systems. I tell her a bunch of different shit. When dad comes over, he always brings his SNES and just plays Chrono Trigger. And I'm showing her how to play The Last of Us. She ends up really enjoying what she played, and I go get her a PlayStation 3 plus a copy of the game from the pawn shop in town. Yeah, at Christmas time, they're gonna gouge you no matter what. Fucking pawn shops, man. Just this year, she texts me talking about how much she enjoyed the TV show outside of episodes 3 and 7 for some reason, giving her a DVD copy for Christmas, and I let her borrow my old PlayStation 4 to play part 2 on. Got some good bonding time over a game with my mom somehow. Win? I mean, chicks are into video games. You just gotta find a video game that speaks to them. Wifey, she would hate Last of Us because she wants something that's like action-packed, never stop, kill all the zombies, Killing Floor, Back for Blood. She also likes Tetris 99 and Super Mario Bros. But yeah, if it has a plot, she turns off instantly. I don't know if this is the continuation of the other post. I don't really care. I'm gonna pretend it is. Next! PlayStation 2, made almost 24 years ago, still the most sold console to this day. How did it do it? Yeah, really good games. Not a ton, but some really good exclusives. It also doubles as a DVD player, which, duh. I hear tell there's also a compartment where you can hide some of the giggle bush if you like to keep a stash of that around. But yes, while you don't see consoles much in the Philippines, a PlayStation 2 is definitely one that you might. And next one. Sam defeated Shelob, an immortal creature even Sauron knew to leave alone. Carried the one and gave it up willingly. Stayed by Frodo until the very end to assure his quest was completed. Went back home, slammed some prime hobbitusy, and had 14 children. Has there ever been a side character as based? Honestly, you're making a lot of solid points there. Everyone wants to give Sam a hard time because he almost drowned one time. It's like, dude, yeah, no hobbit can swim. That's a thing they can't do, okay? I don't know if that's true. But most don't know how. Is it totally gay that he loves his best friend? Is it totally gay that I love Riptide? Probably, yeah, a little bit. But we're still out here doing the thing. I think the chadliest thing of all about Sam is that he doesn't care for others' judgment. He does what he knows should do. God, I love hobbits, man. All right. Not in a weird way. Damn it. Played Team Fortress 2 12 years ago with my two best friends. We had a great time and played together for years until 2015 when they had to stop due to college and family. Our friendship was over. Didn't stop playing and still does to this day. It changed the tense there, that's really weird. Had a little hiatus due to job and COVID. Played again yesterday after 3 months. My old friends were playing on the exact same server and we reunited again after 5 years. I'm overfilled with joy and we're gonna hang out next week after so many years. Life is great sometimes. Yeah, how's that going a few years from this post? Now the COVID times is over, everybody's back to it. I know it's rough. Also, didn't Team Fortress 2 servers get shut down? Whatever, all that's depressing. Let's not think about the future. Let's just enjoy this moment for what it is. Was. I'm also changing the tense in the middle of the sentence. All right, next. Clementine feels hurt. Restarts whole game. The only correct way to play The Walking Dead, honestly. Be me, autistic. Watch Transformers as an adult. Be inspired by Optimus Prime. Want to better myself. Listen to Superman quotes. Listen to Captain America quotes. Become inspired still. Want to become a better Christian. Plan on meeting with my priest to schedule my baptism. My face when I realize God is using my autism to make me a better person. Pick related. However that improvement comes about for you, I want to encourage it. Superman quotes and Captain America quotes do sound like lit though. I'm gonna look some of those up. Is it as good as Stoicism quotes? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know if baptizing is what makes a good Christian. I still haven't been baptized by anybody.
You're never gonna catch me. You're wasting your time.
But as long as you live your life in a way that can make you proud, make the people around you proud, most importantly, make the child version of yourself proud is really what I want to do. Then yeah, you could die happy, and whatever happens next will be just fine. Wow, that got deep. But I am proud of you, Anon, to be very clear. Tism make based. Older brother got kicked out of the house because he was caught banging our sister. Oh. Does that feel when I was completely left out and didn't get big brother sex? This is cis girl privilege at its peak. Wow, what? That was twists and turns. Okay. Let's just try to forget it happened.
What is wrong with you people?
Hate myself for being a forever alone virgin. Lose my virginity. Don't feel any different. You want to know why, Anon? Because the problem was on the inside the whole time. Hilarious. Be Average Gamer, buy a multiplayer game that's been out for some time. See really cool skin. Look up how to unlock that skin. FanWiki says it was available in Season 3 Return of the Fuckwats. Check game. Season 47 The Battle of Xiaolong Bridge. Ask on forums how to unlock that skin. They say, it's unobtainable now, or in the shop rotation if you're lucky. Why are game devs like this? Pick related. Because money is why. Because the more hours of your life I can get you to waste on this game, the better. I still play some Fortnites with the kids, but I don't buy the battle pass because I haven't seen a skin I liked since like that Toxic Rick one. This is the one battle pass I completed, and it was for a Rick and Morty meme.
Them from their homes and locked them in a can. See? They're living in pain.
Hey, you're telling me you actually pay for video games? You're a sucker fry, man. I know a guy who works down by the docks. He could set you up with a crack copy, no problem. Just ignore your fan spinning up when you ain't playing nothing. And make sure to turn your speakers off when going to bed. One night my computer woke up in the middle of the night and just started screaming. It scared the shit out of me, but other than that, you know, it's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah, sounds like a super sweet deal. I'll consider that. I don't mind mining Bitcoin for China at all. Be me, fat, lazy autist with no friends. Up late one night on Wikipedia. Start reading about bodybuilding and metabolism and stuff, because I'm bored. My face when it's actually interesting. Stay up all night reading. Super hyper fixated. There you go. This is how superpowers get unlocked. Go to gym. Start working out 6 days a week for multiple hours. Fucking obsessed with working out. When I'm not working out's the only thing I think about. Months go by and I lose weight and start gaining muscle. Acne clears up. Posture improves. Even my dick gets bigger. That's true. Get rid of that fat around it. You had another inch or two hiding in there, didn't you? People will start talking to me. My face when I actually have friends for the first time in my life. Even girls start approaching me. Break my foot. In bed for 3 weeks. Hyperfixation ends. Lose all motivation to work out. Oof, dude. How did you break your foot? You dropped a weight on it, didn't you? Stop going out to talk to people. Don't even text them. Lose all my muscle and gain back all the weight in just a few months. Dick shrinks. Acne comes back. My face went. Oof. The benefits made themselves quite clear, but yeah, it's rough to start from zero. 3 weeks is a long time to lay around doing nothing. Find something to lift, you know? Hold some books up or something. Hyperfixation doesn't just end. It's deep down in there somewhere. You just gotta reactivate it. Or not. This is fine too, I guess. Friday, about 6 p.m. In room, browsing 4chan, playing Minecraft. Dad comes in. Hey buddy, have any plans for the weekend? Not really, no. Why don't you go out with some friends? It's a nice night. Conversation continues for another 5 minutes. Dad asks about girls and my friends. I try to dodge around, admitting that I have no friends and no real experience with girls, but he knows. Okay, buddy, just let me know if you ever want to ride somewhere, or you can borrow the car anytime you like. He pats me on the shoulder and leaves. He's trying to form a relationship and build bridges, but yeah, by the time the kid's a teenager, it's probably too late for that. Yeah, you gotta have the foundation there. Anon gets back to Minecraft. After a few minutes, feel thirsty. No drinks in my room. Venture out of my room and go to the kitchen. Hear my father in the living room crying. Look around the corner. He's looking through photo albums at pictures of me. Yeah, what went wrong moment. I don't know, Dad. You work too much or something? You gotta take the kid out and play ball. Does he know how to ride a bike, throw and catch a baseball, do some swimming? These are all important life skills for the children, you see. Too many kids out here raised by an iPad, watching YouTube all day, turning into little creeps. Anyway, Anon says, "Hey, Dad." He looks up, trying to hide that he was crying. "I'm going out with some friends. Can I still borrow the car?" He smiles, the happiest smile I have seen in years. "Sure thing, buddy." He gets up and hugs me, tears in his eyes. I get dressed, get in the car, and leave. I drive to an empty parking lot in an industrial area. I go to sleep in the back seat. Return home the next morning, pretend I was out with friends all night. Dad hugs me again. I've been doing this almost every weekend for months now. Jesus, this is just pure communication breakdown. You could open up to Dad about your problems. He'd probably have some good tips if you want to go talk to the ladies. Even just to make some friends or something like that. I don't know, man. We went from some wholesome feel-good posts, but that one was just tragic. Really brought me down. I hope it gets better for you, Anon, for real. Here's another post. "I can't like that thing because other people like that thing, but here's something like that thing that no one likes, so I can like it." Every post on 4chan ever. Since GTA hype is back, I'll tell a rage story from GTA 5's release hype. Be me, 15 years old in 2013. Oh yeah, these youngins, they don't know nothing. GTA 5 hype is massive. Played every GTA game in my childhood up to that point. No, you didn't. Like every other kid, you logged in, used cheats. Who played the actual GTA story? I played GTA 5 story, but also it's been out for a decade, so it was sort of inevitable. Whatever, anyway. I already planned to buy the game online because I knew it would be sold out in stores, and I wasn't even old enough to technically buy it. Still, I have 2 prepaid $150 cards that my grandpa gave me for my birthday. Yeah, right, dude. Grandpa shelled out $300 for a 15-year-old. I don't know, maybe. But that's sort of like getting into a ridiculous amount of money for a child to have, isn't it? Whatever. Anon's definitely lying anyways. I bought GTA 5 at release online, got it within 2 days. Did the intro missions. After that, immediately went to the strip club, as is tradition. I guess for a 15-year-old boy, yeah, it probably is. Got a lap dance and wanted to keep touching the girl. Stupid rule where you can't touch them. Yeah, stupid big city rules. You gotta find them backwoods strip club. You can touch them as much as you want. I'm pretty sure that's a joke. I'm not sure. I touched them too much. And I got thrown out and couldn't re-enter. Got pissed off and started fighting the bouncers. Somehow lost the fight because I suck. Wasted. Rage activate. Immediately ejected the disc and threw it at the wall frisbee style, as I usually did with some other games that I raged at. Didn't expect it to break because, well, the other games never did. GTA 5 disc breaks. A little piece of the disc chips off at the center and it didn't work afterwards. Sucks to suck. Had to wait 2 months before I could buy another copy. Everyone and friends playing GTA 5 while I am playing GTA 4 and the episode DLCs, while in a state of regret and self-loathing. I find that GTA does bring that out in me quite a bit. It takes a certain state of mind. Did you learn anything from this? Did you have any rage incidents in the future? I bet you did, because you're just a consumer. I gotta consume as many copies of GTA. You're the reason that GTA 5 has lasted for 10 years, why they're still making money off it. I point the finger at this Anon specifically. All right, next post. White invader kills a Japanese warrior, takes his place in their honor-bound culture and home, and marries his wife. Is that what happens in The Last Samurai? That is wild. This makes over $100 million in Japan, one of the highest grossing films there. Tom Cruise has been a huge star in Japan ever since the release of this movie. What did Japan mean by this? That they wanted to see more representations of samurai culture? Anon's totally coon-brained, so he's looking into like this one aspect, which it really is weird, but I guess it's just a movie, like to make it go, sure, why not? What are you actually expecting from a Hollywood screenwriter? Thanksgiving post. Hey, look who finally crawled out of his little hidey hole. Come on down and have some holiday season grub, champ. Don't be a stranger. Tell us what you've been up to. Are those video game coins finally paid off for you, bud? No worry. They'll seem like pennies when we get you a job and get that first paycheck. But we'll work on that come New Year. Dig in. Swats your hand away from the alcoholic beverages. But not those, champ. I need you to focus on finding a job first. Audible laughter. Yep, that's just Uncle Rick. He's sort of a dick. What do you want? Does this motivate you towards any sort of success at all? Or you're just like, this is an experience I had and it's bad because... He's trying to nudge you in the right direction, although probably in the most terrible way possible. All in all, quality shitpost. Next one. Simon says, tie your favorite son Isaac to a rock. Now kill him to prove your love for me. I didn't say Simon says. That is one of the wildest stories of the Bible, isn't it? I couldn't do it. Not my boys. I tell God to go screw. I think he'd respect me for it. LeBron chuckled. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? It's the perfect face! Oh, God. I do love 4chan sometimes. Hate eating. Always tired. When I do, it takes me 2+ hours to finish a meal. All day, I'm either tired or eating. How do I stop this cycle? Random Anon says, go get topped on Grindr to satisfy your lustful cravings. What?
Naughty, naughty.
No, not that. See a therapist for an eating disorder. See, I do try to help sometimes. I can't truly relate because I got the opposite problems. Fat boy problems. Next post, be me, 290-pound fat ass. That is a big boy.
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick-ass boy.
Visit my parents' house for the summer. They encouraged me to use the new pool they got. Nothing better to do, .webp. End up using it. Pretty fun, actually. Spend about 3 hours per day in the pool. Just sort of exist in there. No laps or anything. Fast forward about 2 weeks. Weighed myself after being encouraged to by my mom. 263 pounds. Oh, I've tried lifting, diets, intermittent fasting, and daily walks. It never works. And now I've lost nearly 30 pounds. My face when it was that fucking easy. Well, look at Mr. Fancy Pants with his fancy little pool. Some of us have to take daily walks, OP. But I'm glad you are finding self-improvement. Again, imagine how fit you could be if you actually put some effort into it. It is a bit of a time commitment, though. That is always the issue. Just nerd things, I guess. Is this Arthur Morgan? Oh, shout out to Ginger Arthur Morgan. Abortion? Well, that's a bit of a rough one. Bit of a tough pill to swallow. At first, I didn't rightly take kindly to the idea of killing babies, but Dutch gave me this old thick science book, and I pretty much surmised that, well, that thing is about as human as Micah here, which is lacking, to say the least. Hell, I'd say a gal has the right to choose. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. And that's the main ingredient in a truly quality shitpost, isn't it? Let's be real honest, though. Dutch didn't give him the book. Jose gave him the book. Did you even play Red Dead? Do you remember? I played it for far too long. Hunting for rare animals. That was my favorite part. Farming gold in single player. Anyway, be me. Have a micro penis. Not like your typical small one that could get 3 to 4 inches. Like, no, this is an actual micro. When erect and stretch/push to the bone, it's like 1.7 inches. Not into SPH either, so no benefit there. I'm not even gonna look up what that is.
I don't like this one bit.
Literally too small to properly jerk. Get a girlfriend at one point. Before we do it, I tell her about my condition. She laughs and says, it's probably not that small. She stares at it like pick-related when she sees it. Still single. I'm considering just getting a penectomy because at this point, that would be easier to explain. That is a hell of a struggle you're going through there, Anon. I know intimate times are like, yeah, basically the biggest part of a relationship. That's not true. Friendship, communication, but the intimate times, top 3 for sure. I know somewhere out there is a girl that will appreciate Anon for what he has. Will he find her in this lifetime? God, I hope so. Will he find her before the penectomy? God, I hope so. Terrible. Avatar Chad. A file named thelastairbender.png. I see what you did there. Show up in film industry when nobody was asking for you. Become highest grossing film of all time. Promise 1 million sequels and deliver 0. Leave. Show up a decade later just to screw Marvel out of the highest grossing movie. Leave again. Nobody remembers a single line of dialogue. It really is a fascinating phenomena, isn't it? Here are these vaguely sexual blue aliens. You want to see them fight the military? I guess. Want to see them do it again? Yeah, okay, sure. It doesn't interest me at all, but yeah, wifey loves it, so sure. We'll continue to consume them. Be me. 13, social outcast with no social skills who everyone makes fun of. At a school party, everyone's dancing. I just awkwardly stand there. A Stacy from my class comes up to me, asks me to dance with a smug look on her face. Autism kicks in. Just stand there and stare at her for a solid 5 seconds, then just turn and walk the other way as fast as I can. Next day in class, overhear the girl talking with her friends. Hear her say that her plan was to embarrass me, but got embarrassed herself by being rejected by such a lowlife.
Gotcha, bitch!
My face when my autism inadvertently made me look like a Chad. Take that, Stacy! What a classic. I think Stacy's just trying to cover tracks, you know? Opie's probably out there getting all the girls. The secret is you got a rhythm with the tism. And so I did. Sometimes it all works out. Next post. Me, 15 years old at the time, having my first time with a 19-year-old girl who I made her believe that I was 17. It's kind of gross, but okay. I can see myself doing it at 15. But yeah, it's the sort of thing I'd look back years later and be like, I think that was wrong. I learned a month later that she has a boyfriend. 4 years later, I go on her Insta, and I learn that she's now married to her boyfriend. My face when I'm a time bomb, and I can create a divorce at any time. Should I? Anon says, it would be funny. It might be funny. But I don't know, 4 years is a long time. How solid is their marriage, you know? I probably still would get a divorce, honestly.
Divorce!
It happened once, it's gonna happen again. Forget it. How about all the times I don't know about? So yeah, do it, OP, because he deserves to know. And because it would be funny. Watching video game review. My face when there's a random skit halfway through with the reviewer's evil doppelganger or some shit. Not in 2023, bro. 2012 was about the point where all that was happening. Thank God it's not the norm anymore. And if it is for you, you need to stop watching videos that are over a decade old. Thank you so much. But I'm glad that trend did die because, yeah, it's tired as fuck. Learn to be game dev just to make prawn games with my own fantasies to jerk it to. Sell them at $40. Profit! I mean, whatever helps you get the bag. He's not a completely useless coombrang, you have to give him that. He's a soldier of industry, making sure that all these niche fantasy enjoyers can crank their hogs. Kind of gross, but yeah. You're making money off your passion, and I guess that's something I have to encourage. My hands are tied. Wife found the Grinder account.
You got caught! You got busted!
Yeah? Maybe next time don't do that. Have to pee on the side of the toilet bowl instead of in the water. Not just to stay quiet. I don't want everyone knowing that my piss stream sounds weird. Sounds weird? Why?
What are you, a camel?
I need you to elaborate a little bit more, please. The reaction image is also hilarious. So Elaine's talking to Jerry on that old Seinfeld show, and she says, He me, Jerry. He you? As wide as the Grand Canyon. I hate this. Why is this a thing? I can't believe this. Was he sponge-worthy? He didn't even try for that hole, Jerry. Just bent me over, face down in the mattress, and me as wide as a sinkhole. I can't breathe. I swear, if he jumped in, he could have ended up in China. I can't believe you got... By the time we were done, his whole apartment hallway reeked of ass. George enters. What's going on? Elaine got... Jerry, don't tell him that. George stares and breathes heavily. You were... I can't believe this. What's the problem? Do you know how long I've tried to a woman? I'm lucky if I can spread it all. Then Kramer bursts in. Elaine got on the first date. Kramer bends down and sniffs. Oh yeah, that's a autistic things you did at work thread. Basically just being there. Me being there is pretty autistic. Huge gamer. Have a workmate called Amir, also a huge gamer, also an autist. Obviously, we befriend each other within a week. Basically best friends. We decided to prank our non-gamer colleagues, act and speak like NPCs from different games when we meet. Literally, word for word, random Oblivion chatter. Literally asked him if he went to the Sky District often last week. Working normally. Amir's like 3 desks near me. Suddenly a huge bang is heard. Probably just a plane. Amir, by the gods, is that the voice? OP, Dragonborn. We both break out laughing. Had to explain to the 3 HR ladies what we're doing. One's laughing her tits off, the other 2 get angry and tell us to grow up. No, just because you let a part of yourself die doesn't mean I have to. Try and stop me, HR, and then you get fired. Whoops. Be me. Look at contacts. Text the most recent person. Hey, want to play Minecraft? He replies, I'm your drug dealer. Feel.jpg. That's the closest I've ever had to a friend. He says, damn, bro. Embarrassment.jpg. He says he'll come over and asks what to bring. I tell him to bring an Xbox controller. Silence, more silence. Start to worry.jpg. He replies an hour later. I'm at your door. I brought some Doritos and dew. What game mode are we playing? Wipe the tears off of my face. That feel when first friend. Yeah, I guess that's one way to go about it. Hell of a drug dealer. You paying him to be there or what? He sits down. He's like, also for my time, you got to buy a couple zones. I'll put it on your tab. Oh, look, another Grand Theft Auto 5 post. Start mission. Drive from point A to point B. Kill X amount of NPCs at point B. Drive from point B to point C. Mission complete. Repeat 70 times. Most profitable video game in history. Yeah, it's simple, it's flashy, it's big dumb. Anybody can understand this. It's another game wifey likes that I might have mentioned at some point. Finally get brand new phone after years. Galaxy S20 Ultra. Should cost me $1,400. Disposable income.gif. Decide to screw around on B for shits and gigs. Haven't been there in a couple of months. Decide to start a thread on G about the best new smartphones. Casually mention my new S20 Ultra. Get 1 reply. Some cousin banging junkie from Moldova with a PC older than his whole broke-ass country. He asks why I didn't buy an iPhone. He calls me poor. $1,400 just to be called poor by some idiot whose grandparents probably starved to death from crop failure in the USSR. My face went. I mean, you can enjoy your new thing. You don't need anybody else's approval for that. You really let him cut you deep, didn't you? I got a new phone too for Christmas, but I ain't gonna tell you what it is because nobody cares. It's convenient and I enjoy using it, and you shouldn't care beyond that. Go with the 4chan to pad your ego. And then the follow-up thread to pad it even more. God, ridiculous. One Piece Greentexts, sure. Luffy's the best because he has the grit, determination, and creativity to turn the worst devil fruit, a piece of shit that makes your body rubber, into a deadly weapon that can defeat villains way more powerful than him. Lol, never mind. Luffy's devil fruit is actually the Ching Chong Super God Kamehameha fruit that actually makes you into the unbeatable god demon of 1,000 years with unlimited power. He just didn't know it. Smiley face. Why is Japan like this? Because once something goes on for a long enough time, it stops being about an interesting story. You've run out of story to tell, but you just don't want the gravy train to stop, you know? I'm sorry you had to watch 1,000+ episodes of this, and I'm sorry that you will continue to watch it even after this post. Be me, 7, live in small desert town a few hours outside of Vegas. Local diner is almost always swimming with scary-looking bikers. Family goes there often because poor. Was always scared of the big bearded bikers. Tried my best to keep my distance. One day at diner, just me and my mom. Mom leaves me alone to use the bathroom. I am scared as fuck. feel a massive hand grab my shoulder, and I nearly crap myself. Big bearded biker guy takes a seat at my table.
Hey kid, I noticed you looking scared. Everything okay?
Nervously tell him that I'm fine and that my mom's just using the bathroom. We start talking about life and I start to loosen up. He asks me about school and what I like to do for fun. Find out him and his gangs are part of BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse. Based, love it, perfect. We talk for a little longer until my mom gets back. They chat a little and he walks off. As he's walking away, he turns to me and says, "Stay in school, buddy," and winks at me. I never see him again. Thank you for the amazing conversation all those years ago, Lamar. Because of your kindness, I realized that bikers aren't mean, and I ended up graduating high school recently. I hope you're doing good, sir. Yeah, me too. It's a rough sort of life those guys live. He probably did kick it along for a decade at least, though. Only thing that's left to do now, OP, is go try and earn yourself a cut. Buy a bike and ride the roads with your boys. You never had a stronger bond. Nah, it probably ain't got no future, and we don't care about that. We're bikers. We ride just to ride. Sounds pretty cool, huh? Hop on, motorcycle mama.
Isn't that right, Mama? That's right, Daddy. Yeah, Mama.
Be me, Elliot Roger.
I was watching adult anime videos on my PC, and my dad walked in the room, but I didn't care because I needed to bust.
Anon, what the hell are you doing?
I hate you, Dad! Dad walks to turn off the computer. I throw the game controller at my dad while still jerking it. Dad grabs my monitor and throws it at me. We fight! Dad wins and kicks me out of the house. In my mom's house right now. How do I make it up to my dad?
Really, it's just some daddy issues going on, isn't it? Hey, have you checked out the Roger Manifesto? It's on the channel. I'm gonna link it on the end card for you. How about that? So click on through because you'll love it. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Thank you so much to my Patreon patrons, my YouTube members, helping me out so much every single month. I can't thank you enough. I'm making them some special videos that go up on Sundays right alongside the live stream. Come join that if you'd like. There's also a bunch of links in the description, but most importantly, friends, I want you to remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Go ahead and cut them open. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Promise, where's he?